Emily was a single mother of two and a dedicated volunteer at her local elementary school. She had grown up in the same small town and had always believed in community and family values. Though she wasn't one to openly discuss politics, she had voted for Trump twice, drawn to his promises of putting America first and protecting families like hers. Recently, the school board had proposed a new curriculum that Emily felt didn't align with traditional values. The proposal had caused a stir among parents, with some in support of the changes and others, like Emily, strongly opposed. She decided to speak at the next school board meeting, determined to have her voice heard. The night of the meeting, the room was packed. Parents filled every seat, with others standing in the back. Emily sat near the front, clutching a copy of the curriculum proposal. She felt a mix of nerves and determination as she waited for her turn to speak. When her name was called, Emily stood and approached the microphone. "Good evening," she began, her voice steady. "My name is Emily Carter. I'm a mother of two wonderful kids in this district. I'm here tonight because I believe this new curriculum is not only unnecessary but harmful to the values many of us hold dear." Before she could continue, someone in the crowd muttered, "Here we go, another MAGA mom." Emily paused but didn't falter. She looked directly at the source of the comment, a man in the third row wearing a tie-dye shirt. "Excuse me, sir," she said calmly. "I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about what's best for our children." The room grew quiet. Emily continued, "This proposal focuses too much on division and not enough on unity. Our kids need to learn reading, math, and science. They need to develop critical thinking skills and a love for learning. Instead, this curriculum inserts controversial topics that have no place in an elementary school classroom." She heard a few murmurs of agreement but also saw skeptical faces. A woman in the back stood up and interrupted, "You're just afraid of progress. People like you don't want kids to learn the truth about this country." Emily turned to the woman, her tone firm but composed. "I want my kids to learn the truth, but I also want them to grow up without being told they're inherently guilty or oppressed based on things they can't control. That's not education. That's indoctrination. And it's not fair to any child, regardless of their background." A few claps echoed through the room, but the tension remained thick. The board president, an older woman named Mrs. Garcia, interjected, "Please let Ms. Carter finish her statement." Emily nodded in gratitude and continued, "I'm not here to argue with anyone. I'm here because I care about all of our kids. We're supposed to teach them to think for themselves, not tell them what to think. That's all I ask of this board, to reconsider this curriculum and prioritize the basics that will help our children succeed in the future." When she finished, there was a mix of applause and quiet dissent. As Emily walked back to her seat, the man in the tie-dye shirt muttered, "Typical Trump supporter, always scared of change." Emily turned to him, her voice soft but resolute. "I'm not scared of change. I'm scared of losing what makes this country great: freedom, opportunity, and the ability to have these conversations without tearing each other apart." After the meeting, as Emily walked out to her car, another parent approached her. It was a younger mom, holding the hand of a little boy. "I just wanted to say thank you," the woman said. "I've been afraid to speak up, but I agree with everything you said. I hope the board listens." Emily smiled, feeling a sense of camaraderie. "Thank you. It's not always easy, but our kids are worth it." As Emily drove home, she didn't know whether the board would vote in her favor, but she felt a sense of pride, knowing she had stood up for what she believed in, not as a Trump supporter, but as a mother fighting for her children. That's our little story for today. Drop down your views in the comments and subscribe for more stories.